Hello, my name is Benjamin Garcia, and today I'll be talking about gentrification. Many wonder what gentrification is. With this, I would like to give you a brief history of California. The South was known for farms, and in the West, in California, they're known for Hollywood, oil, and their big industry. As the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl hit, many farmers had to deal with urbanization. Many Californians didn't let the migration happen, but many did enter California. Amongst those people were many African Americans. But with racial discrimination, many African Americans had to move to areas like Compton and Watts. As downtown LA grew, the upper class started this process of gentrification, like you will see in the picture. This process of gentrification can be seen in downtown LA because many workers in downtown LA most likely have gentrified to the suburbs. With LA traffic, many of these people have started to live in the cities like Eagle Rock, which is known for its poverty. Many people back then were split in social groups like today. The rich lived on the outskirts of the city in mansions. The middle class, they lived closer to the center of the city. These groups of people were doctors, lawyers, etc. And last, the poor, they worked in factories, mills, and mines. They were crammed into the center of the city where diseases spread and they had to live in tenants. The problem with gentrification is that once the upper class starts moving into areas like downtown LA, they raise the property value. And most homeowners can't afford that property anymore. And they are forced to move out. Many people do not see the reality of the downtown area and areas near Staples Center and USC. LA County in 2011 jumped to the 17.5 poverty rate, but crime rate has gone down. The crime rate is at its low since 1954. As richer people start to live in these areas, more police start to take action as well. USC is a perfect example of this gentrification change. Well, where did you live?
I lived in Vermont and 37, which is considered South Central, Los Angeles.
How close was that to USC?
Just across the street from my house.
What year was that when you lived there?
My family moved there in 1987. I think I was 11 years old. And we moved out of there 2001.
How was the area when you moved there?
It was terrible. A lot of gangs, Bloods. That was the territory of the Bloods. We saw a lot of crime, a lot of murders. It was bad.
Do you remember when everything started to change?
Yeah, it started to change late 90s, 98.
Do you know why it changed?
Yeah, a lot of students were getting robbed, beaten up. I actually heard a female student get raped. I was 12 years old,
And
right on the side of my house.
and what happened when it started to change?
Um, well, law enforcement came in and started cleaning the areas out because for the students, for the USC students, that was their priority, is to clean the whole neighborhood because of the students. There was a lot of houses around my house that they were used to rent to students from USC. So they used to walk through the neighborhood through blood territory from and going from school. They used to walk through the hood, and they used to get beat up all the time. All the time. We saw so many students get beat up and get robbed. It was terrible for them. Very bad.
Did you witness a lot of moving out because USC students wanted to occupy the city?
Yes, after the law enforcement started coming in and cleaning out, a lot of realty investors started coming in and buying homes to rent to USC students. So a lot of my friends moved out, and they used to use the houses for students after they cleaned out the neighborhood.
Did did moving of the USC students help with the gang?
Yes, a lot. Yes, because they were just students. They used to go to class and come back. By that time, law enforcement had cleaned out the whole neighborhood. So yeah, it helped that out a lot.
As you can see, like back in the 1900s, gentrification means change. And in this society, I believe we need change. Gentrification has some negatives, but I believe the positive outweighs the negative.